Whoa! Sorry about that, folks. We had a little bit of technical difficulties going on today.
You can
Oh,
blame the Oscars for that.
oh man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging with us.
Yep.
Michael, thank you for saving the day and let me know that you guys couldn't hear me. That was my bad over in
Already, I
OBS.
think my friend Alvaro is in the chat right now. I can see the Twitch channel, but he sent me a
There
message
we
through
go.
Facebook.
Gracias, Alvaro.
Yep.
All right, cool. So yeah, as you guys can see, we've been having some technical difficulties today. Skype did an update, so for Max, so Carlos was restarting and stuff over there. On my end, some of my ports got messed up on my machine, and then when I found the proper one, I forgot to connect OBS to it. So thanks for letting me know that you guys had audio problems because we would have just kept on talking. I didn't realize that none of the
Yep.
audio was coming up.
Don't worry. That's okay. It
Yeah.
happens in the
Yeah,
Oscars.
no, it's funny.
Happened with us.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Alvaro. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody watching on the stream, and thanks for hanging in with us. So, what's up, Carlos? We're gonna talk Photoshop version 1 today.
Yep.
All right,
A
cool.
very new. I know. No, this is not new anymore. 27 years, man.
27 years ago.
27 years.
Yeah, we
That's
first launched
a lot of
Photoshop.
years. A lot of years.
And the main thing, like, so Photoshop had a birthday, and then I'm guessing throughout the demo we're gonna talk about the layers thing too. Is that gonna be a part of it?
No,
No?
because there is no layer.
Because I want to know how to work with layers in
Yeah.
Photoshop version 1. All right,
I
cool.
want to show you how we'll deal with some stuff um, who apparently is ridiculous right now because we have a lot of tools on Photoshop, of course. But on those days, it was so painful to do some simple stuff um, like making selections,
hmm
uh, making some composites,
hmm
uh, and the most hated effects ever, a drop shadow.
Yeah. Oh man, let's see. So, if you don't mind sharing your screen, bro, we could jump right into it.
Okay, I I go jump to turn my screen. Let me know when you see.
All right,
Uh,
cool.
the funny part is
Whoa.
you are going to see a very low resolution in my side,
All right.
a very big text, a very big using a MacBook Retina, so I need to to select a lower resolution
Okay.
just because in those dates, 1990, February 90, 1990, okay, the when was the day when Thomas and John No present to Adobe the first version of Adobe Photoshop.
All right.
Okay,
And we can see your
uh,
screen now, by the way.
all right. So the problem is I have uh, not an older machine than those days. Okay, at least a functional one because I have a lot of that. So I need to use an emulator to run a system who support this old version of Photoshop.
Awesome.
Okay.
Man, I haven't seen this in a while.
Yep.
That
Let
like
me put
top bar
here.
right there, I haven't seen that design in so long, dude.
Okay. Using Basilisk 2, which is an emulator. You can run several old operating systems.
hmm
In this case, using macOS 7.5.3. It was a 1995, 94 version of the software. This a pre uh, a pre Steve Jobs time. Okay,
Yeah.
was the previous years. In those days, computers are so small. Even the most powerful computer on those days
hmm
it was, I think, the thing of the power of your
Myself.
mobile phone.
Yeah, you think so? Probably, I probably got it beat now, bro.
Okay,
Oh, and real
let me
quick,
launch.
Real quick, bro. Alvaro was saying that the volume's kind of low, so I put up all the levels as high as I could. Just yeah, I think you sound good, but if just if Michael or Justin, if you guys could let me know if it sounds like it does normally, just let me know in the chat. And shout out to everybody watching. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys checking it
Okay.
out. All right,
Let
go
me
for it, bro.
jump. Look at this. I also have Illustrator 1
Nice.
in this system. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me launch Photoshop 1. Okay. It's a very old program, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
It fits in a floppy disk, 800 floppy disk in those days, with this amazing. Uh, and let me double click this. Uh, it takes a while to run all the routines in the software because emulator is a little small, but there is this
Yeah.
is Photoshop 1 is all his glory. And as you can see here, there are many of the tools that are the same right now, right? You recognize the first one?
What is that? The marquee tool?
Cool. It's the same. Even the lasso tool, the magic one, the hand tool, the zoom tool, all of these tools. The only one that there is no right now is the airbrush tool as a separate tool. It right now integrate into the brush tool
Where's the
system.
stacks, bro? There's no stacks of tools.
Nope. It's so simple. As you can see here, you have already your foreground and background color. They're different. Now the ships are stacked one with other. And you have a different views when you can see all the screen. But
Yeah.
I think for purpose of the emulation, something doesn't work very well. Even I can use the clone tool right now because in this emulator the option key doesn't work. I don't know
Oh,
why. So
wow.
I can demo how to clone, but this is it's the same as usual. Okay.
Yeah.
On those days there is no GPA format, there is no Photoshop. Oh yes, there is Photoshop format, but the most used format on those days was the TIFF
TIFF.
format.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that. Cool.
So let me open this file is the first file that John and Thomas Knoll used to present to Adobe. Okay,
Okay.
this is a very very famous photo from these days the girlfriend of John Knoll, but she's right now his his wife.
Okay.
Okay, this is Jennifer in Paradise.
All right.
Okay, this is the most famous photo I think for us the geek on Photoshop because it's the first photo that the Adobe see
Yeah.
before buy the before buy the Photoshop.
Oh man. So this is Genesis right here for Photoshop and Adobe's relationship.
Yeah, yeah, and as you can see here, the menu are so simple. Uh, Even on those days,
Mhm.
if you are very lucky, you can acquire images through a scanner. All right,
Yeah.
um, which is very weird right now because uh, I can meet some people who doesn't know what the scanner is.
Yeah.
Uh, because everybody right now can acquire digital photos from many sources, right?
Yeah.
On those days, it was a pain in the back to acquire. You can do it, but there are so expensive systems from companies like and have a very very powerful and big systems
Mhm.
to make or acquire the photos in digital format, but it costs a lot of money
Yeah.
to do this in these systems. Okay, so the beauty of Photoshop is they can it can do it the same stuff. Even Photoshop from since version 1 has a CMYK color space.
Mhm.
That's why Photoshop is so famous because the prepress and all the printing industry adopted Photoshop early, because with some equipment you can make your own your color separation in-house. Okay.
Yeah.
As you can see here, look how simple are the menus in
Yeah.
there. Okay. Even this is so funny. There are a couple of color modes that are now available right now in Photoshop.
HSL and HSB.
Yeah, who means hue, saturation, and lightness in this case. I think this is the corresponding to LAB color right now.
Oh, okay.
We already have this one, HSB, hue, saturation, and brightness color mode. But this is not available right now. Okay.
Right.
Look, but one of the beauty of this is you can create several channels. As you can see here, you can see
Yeah.
the channels in real color, man.
Like a Ruby lith.
Yep.
Looks
But
like a Ruby lith.
look at this. Are already the same keyboard shortcuts?
So that hasn't
Okay?
changed.
That doesn't change, right? And you, one of the things that people ask, where are the panels? You know?
Yeah, that's one of the first things I was looking at. I was like, "Where's the panels at, bro?"
Okay, we have two panels, just two panels. Look at this. Show palette, it actually is show color.
I was
Right
like,
here.
where's my swatches, my color swatches, bro?"
Okay. As you can see here, you can mix your RGB colors, or if you pull down, you can use HB or CMYK, etc. You also have the other panel with this the brushes. That's it.
Does it have erodible brushes in there?
Nope.
No.
Even for the interface is 8-bit interface. You can see the feather or the fusiness of the brushes.
Yeah.
Even if this, for example, this brush have a feather, right?
Yeah.
But right now you can see because it's an 8 display system. The funny part is I started using Photoshop in old Macintosh
Mm-hmm.
and Mac 2. No, excuse me, Mac Classic 2, which is a very old computer, 9-inch monitor, black and white. That's it. Okay? So you need to use your imagination to create stuff. But on these days, one of the beauty of that, remember, we are in the first years of MTV, this crazy graphics. So you can create amazing graphics with Photoshop. You are a master on those days, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember one of the keyboard shortcut, for example, for levels?
Command L.
Okay, as you can see
Ah,
here,
still works.
it still works.
No.
Okay, it still works today. As you can see here, it's actually the same.
The histogram looks the same. The output levels looks the same.
It's the same, man. It's exactly the same.
It's just the window looks a little bit different.
Look at this beauty. If I move this to the left, it's supposed to bright the photo, right?
Right. But you can't see it as it happens, or what?
Okay. Not as you can see, you already granted that you have an instant preview right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but on those days doesn't happen. Okay.
I see.
If you are lucky, listen to me. If you are lucky to have a special video card who can run all the process of the preview,
Yeah.
you can have access to the preview button. All right. Otherwise, the preview button was grayed out.
Wow.
So now, okay, I have a too much power computer on this side. I can access the preview right now. Okay. One of the things that happened those days, if you mess up, you can have only one chance to to return because you can only have one
You only
undo.
want undo.
Yep.
Hey, so real quick, can you bring up the levels panel again?
Yep.
All right, because this is what I'm understanding. I just want to make sure that everybody else sees it the same way I'm seeing it. So like, if you make a change there, you have to hit preview every time you make a change.
If you want to see the what was the result. Otherwise, you have to move the thingy,
See, watch, like make an adjustment.
make an adjustment.
Then you have to.
If you don't have a clue about what are you doing, okay, you need to hit the OK button, wait the computer to start, and look at it. Oh, I don't like it, undo, just one time.
Dang. How would you guys feel if you had to do that today with your Creative Cloud subscription?
Uh,
Man.
okay, that's so simple, right? As you
Oh,
can
and
see
real
here.
quick, Carlos, one of the reasons I wanted you to show this was because, like, I got some of the young homies watching this too. And I want people to see how good they have it today with Adobe Photoshop CC 2017.
Yeah, and the other part that I want to mention is if you know the basics of this process, uh, you can master the new tools right
Hmm.
now because all of the process, all of the basic process here in Photoshop are already in the new versions. For example, if you want to remember, we make a seminar with Jesus and everybody in San Jose, California.
Hmm.
We're talking about calculation and stuff. There is, there are calculations.
Yeah,
Uh, In this case, it's
from
called
the
calc.
start. From the start.
This is the base of Photoshop. This is the the primary structure of Photoshop. Okay, uh, but let's see in action. If you want to select the girl and you want to clone, as I can talk early, I can use the option key in this system, but I want to select this girl and copy to the left. So as you can see here, I have no access to a path or something more precise,
Hmm.
but I can use my
Your lasso.
lasso tool to select this girl over here. I
Yeah.
have a struggle right now because it's so difficult to use this tool and the emulator. So, oops, there is. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also have access to feather.
Feather. Hey. Hmm.
Uh, okay, but in this way, all right. You can also have access to magic wand. I need to subtract from selection. What I doing? Look what happened.
I know. I was like, why do you have two arrows? I thought that was mine.
Okay, look what happened. If I move the selection, look what happened.
Mm.
Okay. Um, Even in this old version, if I press Alt or Option move, okay, just
Oh
just
man,
option,
you pulled up
just
the
option.
you pulled up the magic wand, so of course somebody had to call it the tragic wand.
A tragic one, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
tragic one for a certain case. But
Yeah.
uh, in this case, I going to use the copy and paste command.
Mhm.
Copy. Remember the shortcut?
Yeah. Command
It's the
C,
same.
Command C, Command X.
Oh, wait. Copy, paste. Okay. Um, it pastes in the same place,
Okay.
right? But we have a magic floating selection. Look what happened. No instant preview.
Wow. Okay.
So you need to move, wait for the system to restart, and it still is a floating selection, all right?
Hmm.
But if you unselect this, it's a permanent change, right?
Yeah.
There is no way back. There is no layer, so
So once it's
it
in there, it's a burnt in image. It's just burnt into the scene now.
Yep. So,
Oh man.
but I can go to image, for example, and use one of the amazing effects here, like flip horizontal. You can also do it rotate. Look, it's the same
Yeah, it's the
as we
same.
have today. And look at the effects: stretch, shrink, skew, perspective, and distort.
It's pretty
Okay.
much the transformation
Yep. Uh,
changes.
okay.
Hey, and real quick, bro, Michael brought up some good points. He says one thing we also take for granted today is a layer image being able to run off the page and still be able to be moved and remain intact. If you crop this
Yep.
picture, it's gone. There's no
It's
like,
good.
yeah,
It's
it's
good. Yep.
and
If
then
you
he,
crop, because you can also have access to the crop tool right here.
yeah.
But if you crop, it's crop.
Dude, and then he brings up a great point too. He's like, there wasn't even a move tool. So
No,
yes, the struggle
there
was
is
real
no
back
move.
then.
Okay. Let me create another example. Command D to deselect.
Yep.
There is no shortcut for Windows in those days because the first version of of Photoshop for Windows was the 2.5.
Oh,
Let me check the year for you. 1993, November.
yeah.
1992, excuse me.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
okay, and this is the first one who came on CD ROM. It's called Deluxe Edition. All right.
Yep.
The funny part is the Deluxe Edition, uh, but the Deluxe part is that includes some samples and some tutorial for Mr. Russell Brown,
Yeah, Russell Preston Brown, the scientist. That dude's
the
awesome.
scientist. This is one of my heroes.
Yeah, super.
Um, for these years, we start using layers till November 1994. 1990,
Dang.
September, November 1994.
Dang, Justin wasn't even born yet, I don't think. Man.
Okay. There are some people who surprised of, oh, there is no layers.
Yeah.
Yep. And the early years there is no layers. When you uh, place the stuff, for example, if I want to save that, I need to go to the file menu and hit the save as, save with different name, just for Aloha happened. It didn't save the file, man. So in this system, the system 7, we have the look to run in the multitasking operating system. But in the early years with system 6,
Yeah.
you can also run one routine at a time. So if you open Photoshop, there is only Photoshop available. If you open one
Oh.
file, you can open just one file.
So I can't have Photoshop, Illustrator,
No,
Netflix, and like all that stuff
no,
going on.
nothing.
Oh man.
Okay, let's see another example. If I grab the
Oh, let's see, bro, real quick. Somebody's testing you, bro. Extra credit question for you. What's the name of the system font? That font right there for the system without Googling it.
that's Geneva.
Woo! Did he get it right?
That's
I don't
easy.
know. Geneva. All right, let us know if you
Geneva.
got that one right, Michael. All right.
Okay, I double click the magic wand. I look at the magic wand options.
Options. The options bar.
You have tolerance and fusionist, all right?
Yeah.
So in these days, you can also have a tolerance, and you can press Shift to add to selection also. Let me copy this.
Like
And
it's weird because like it trips me out how different it is, but then now it also trips me out how similar it is as well. Like there's a lot
yeah,
of stuff that's just the same.
let me move this baby around here. Flip horizontally. Let me apply one of the super effects right here, which is stretch and skew.
And
So
did you start off using Photoshop version 1, or did you go back and
no,
try later?
I start using Photoshop too.
Okay.
Okay, but you know the principles are basically the same.
Right.
This version. Look at this. I need to create some more on the depth of this mountain right here. So I need to go to edit and use the fabulous pace control.
Okay.
Okay, what this does is, as you can see, is so similar like the blending
Blend
of
if? Is it the blend if?
blend if.
It looks like blend if. It's
Yeah, look, it's the
dang.
same. It's the same stuff, man.
Dang.
But
You got to teach me that one day too. Blend if. It still confuses me.
I know it's so simple and it's so powerful on those days. But what I want to show you here is the opacity. So look at this. We are so lucky because we have a preview right here. Okay.
Oh man.
Because sometimes you have no access to a preview button.
Hey, bro. So right now, all right, you have that mountain selected. If you drop the opacity to like, let's say 25, what do I see behind it? Do I see the sky or what?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's in this case is a floating selection in this case over the sky.
Uh-huh.
So if you decrease the opacity, you see all the. As you can see, I don't know if you can see right here. You can see the blue on the background right now, but this is so funny, man, because let me show you this.
And just so you know, Carlos, you got it wrong, bro. You got it wrong, bro. Oh, hide edges.
Hide edges.
That'll so that keeps the selection right. Yeah, it's cool. It keeps the selection. You just don't see it.
Okay. One
That's cool.
heavy stuff. How can you save your selections? All right.
Oh, okay.
You need to use the only way you can do it is using an alpha channel.
Yeah,
right?
channels.
Okay, for example, if I want to create the most hated effect ever, drop shadow, on those days, was an amazing effect because it's impossible to create with the effects button, which is available right now. Okay, so what I need to do it on those days was look at the steps. You need to go to mode, add a new channel. Okay, for example, if you want to write in some text over here, so I'm now on the 4th channel, right?
Yeah, channel number 4.
Hit click. Look, it's the Geneva, it's the font. Look at the amazing font we have access.
Oh, I got you. So I think.
Sorry, the font is not Geneva, it was Chicago.
Okay, but now Mike was asking. I think the font for the system, because they're talking about it in the chat. Geneva was not it, and then Alvaro he put in Aldus Photo Styler 1.0 came out. I guess came out before Photoshop 2.5. I'm not sure.
There was so many popular programs on those days. I remember.
Chicago. You're right. It was Chicago.
It was Chicago. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Michael.
Now I use Chicago. I use Chicago to write it down. This text. Look at this.
That was cool. Super nerdy stuff right there.
This is the type panel, but when you hit OK, there it is. Okay. Woo. Now you have the ability to move that over here. Okay. Let me unselect this. Command D. Right. But on those days also, you need to invert the channel. Command I to save a selection, right?
Yep.
Okay, but I need to create a drop shadow, right? Let's see how we work with that. I have this channel already selected. Now I'm going to image, filter. There is no drop shadow here, right? But look at this. Where is it? Let me see. Chan, chan, chan. I can see you. There it is. Okay. We have a duplicate on the calculate image calculate. We
Okay.
have a duplicate effect. What it does is he grabs the channel and create a duplicate of this channel. Okay, now it's so easy, right?
Yeah.
But look at this. I used to source Jennifer in Paradise, the channel 4, and the destination is the same, of course, the same file.
Okay.
But I can move to a different, to create a new destination
Okay.
right here. So let me hit OK. There is. This is my duplicate channel. Now I need to create the drop shadow using filter, offset. I need to move this channel.
Dang, you see all these steps?
Let me move this, for example, 10 pixels right and 10 pixels down. I use the repeat edge pixels and hit OK. Okay.
All right.
You see, let me move a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I go to image, filter. I can use blur more, or the most famous
Gaussian blur.
version. There it is. Let me apply 6.6 pixels. Okay. I know you're laughing aloud about this, but these days it was amazing, man.
That's why I was asking you. I was like, did you use this? Were you like blown away? Did you like love when this came out? Was Carlos like, yes, this new tool came out?
Let me tell you something. When December 1994, which we received in the advertising agency, the first copy of Photoshop 3 with layers, we make a big party.
Oh
Okay?
man, you guys threw a party for this.
Just to celebrate. Now finally we have layers.
Oh man, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. I wish I could have a video of that. Oh man.
Okay.
All right, back to your drop shadow. My bad.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to the drop shadow. Okay, now is when the thing gets hard, because you can use different calculations, or, for example, I can create a multiply calculate. Let me see if this thing works as I think. All right, look,
dude.
I want to grab the channel number 5. Okay, as a source number 1
from Jennifer.
Just mix. I use the same source. Okay. But the destination was the RGB channel. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see. Uh-oh. I heard the warning too. Did y'all hear the warning? That little boop. That was dope.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
That's when you need to go to the other stuff. You need to go to.
Dude, it sounded like an Atari.
Let's see. You need to go to select and convert this alpha to a
selection.
Okay.
Dang, now we got ants. We got ants, everybody.
then you go to edit. This is one of the method, right?
Yeah.
You go to fill. Okay. And you can use darken only mode. And you can use, of course, you are going to paint with the foreground color, in this case, black.
Okay.
Decrease the opacity a little bit, not 5%, and hit the OK. There you go. There is the shadow. Okay?
Oh, man.
We need to go to grab the text.
Yeah, I was going to say, what is creating the shadow?
Okay, let me go to the channel number 4. Okay. Then I'm going to select alpha to selection, and boom.
And now you can fill
Then
it in
you
with
can,
whatever color you want.
yeah, but it's not so easy. You need
I was
to
gonna
hit.
say.
You need to
Oh
hit
man.
and go. As you can see here,
Uh
is the
huh.
same color picker that we use
Yep.
today, right?
Yep.
The only difference is we have no access on this version. But see, you already have
The warning.
the mood warning alert. You have no access to the Pantone colors and
Hmm.
everything. But look, it's the same.
It's the same. Everything else is the same. Yeah.
Okay, I hit the OK button. Then I go to edit, fill,
No shortcut for it.
no shortcut. Then I use normal. Okay, uh,
Yeah, because that's the blending modes.
100 opacity. Okay,
Man, I'm glad you like did a couple blending mode things there because Justin was just asking me about blending mode. So, Justin, let me know in the chat if this looks easier to you or the blending mode stuff we did the other day. Oh man. Hey, real quick, Carlos, before you get going again, Michael's been saying some cool stuff here. He says, "Man, this is like seeing an old friend. I'm dating myself, but it's exactly how I used to do it in 1990. It's unreal."
yep,
He
it's
says,
unreal, man. It's unreal.
he
Yeah,
says, I used to not only type in Photoshop, we used it. What does it say? We used to. Sorry, it just moved on me. We used to use Type Styler,
yep.
which is a separate type program. And
And
then,
there is an old company
uh
for the early years who called Letraset.
it's called what?
Letraset. Letraset
Okay.
make like stickers with the fonts. You can create all the alphabet from the stickers, and you rub into the sticker to paste on the on the artboard to
What?
create your design, man. Yeah,
What?
was an whole day. Yeah.
Dang, dude. Oh, and then Alvaro says doing all this stuff with 256 megabytes of RAM. Dude.
On those days, the most powerful Macintosh on those days, yeah, that I met was a Quadra 950 with 64 megabytes of RAM. 64 megabytes, all right? And those 64 megabytes of RAM cost like $10,000
Oh
those days,
man.
and have the 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 computer have a raster ops graphics card, but it's so powerful also. $2,000 cost the graphic card with prepress monitor with this big as a Volkswagen.
Hmm.
It have 4 megabytes of video RAM, but you also have a Photoshop accelerator, so
Man,
you can have access
you
to
gotta
the
have like a
preview.
turbo boost.
Yeah, you have access to the preview on Photoshop effect on the things that you can use on Photoshop. Um,
Dude, yeah,
four
Mike,
megabytes of RAM.
you're taking Michael and everybody back in time, bro, because he's remembering his press type workflow.
Remember, but the funny part on those days is if you can go nuts and create some weird stuff. Uh, do you miss something here?
Curves.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where's curves at,
But
bro?
as
On
you,
image adjustment.
you can see here, you can only use levels,
Hmm.
or you can use map. You can use this arbitrary map, but it's a pain in the back. Look, because you need to grab.
No.
Uh, Let me see what happened here.
Ah, dude, I've seen this before where you could draw your curve. Like, I think we had something like that in Astute plugins.
Yeah, but look, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Remember those days? If you create something like that on those days, remember was the MTV era uh,
Yeah.
when MTV
Whew.
actually played music, right?
Man,
And
taking shots. Shots
let, let
fired.
me let me let me put in perspective. The most advanced animation of those days was that video from Dire Straits who called Money for Nothing. Did you see that Shopee animation?
Yep.
Man, that's the most
Oh
advanced thing
man.
ever. But if you print this on those days, you can make a lot of money.
Dude. Yeah, Michael's just remembering all the hands-on stuff, like making straight black lines with X-Acto knives and
Ah,
all that stuff.
yeah, I remember those days. I passed for all these stages in my career. Uh, but maybe we can talk this about this later.
Yeah, no, you good,
Uh,
bro. Go for it.
but as you can see here, this is the most powerful demo I ever did. Uh,
That's bananas.
yeah, that's bananas. And those days, this is a 2 MB file. It was huge. Okay, you need to
Dude,
wait.
what would you put that on? Your zip drive? No, zip drives. Did they hold 2
There is
megabytes?
no zip drives on those days.
Oh, my bad.
I remember Alvaro. Don't let me lie about it. You need to grab your desktop computer and go to the printer service provider
Oh man.
and connect to the very very old network, local net. I think I call it local net. Um, takes a lot of time to copy that. Uh, on those days, there is no zip files. There is we use several old systems. Uh, there was the one of
Tops
the
Networks.
previous versions of zip who called Bernoulli disk.
Bernoulli disk.
Yeah, it's super old, man. Um,
Sounds like it.
and the other stuff that we use is the SideQuest, with this movable hard drive. Actually, have a real plates like the hard drive,
Hmm.
the old that whole hard drives have,
Yeah.
uh, but in a removable card drive.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the problem is the card drive falling down. You
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it. That's it.
Dude, I could imagine because even mine today, I got this one right here, this little cheap one that I bought, and if I have it plugged in and like bump it, it stops. I have to like fix the
Yeah.
problems or something. So I could imagine back then, dude.
Let me. I don't. I think Michael can remember that the earliest hard drive has a parking button.
Dude, they're going crazy
Okay.
over SideQuest right now. You just took
Yeah.
everybody back.
The first hard drive that we used was a 10 MB, uh, 10 MB. Okay, hard drive. Or that we call it just the brand was Jasmine, um, and it have a parking button. Yeah, a parking button. So if you need to move the hard drive, you need to park the plates. Otherwise, you screw up the hard drive.
Man, y'all had it rough, bro, and we're over here complaining.
Okay, the funny part of this, if I don't like this file right now, I screw because I can go back just one step. Okay, you see that the preferences.
Command K. Command K.
Look,
Dude.
look. This is the beauty of Photoshop. Even for these days, they have access to 60 and 32 bits.
They were
For
ready for
channel.
the future.
Yeah, and you have access to separation color. That's the most powerful thing on those days, because let the printers uh, create his own separation, the
That's
color
really cool.
separation, without paying a lot of money. So that's the beauty of Photoshop. So let me close this file without saving. I think that's a wrap.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, can you save it and I mean, close it and not save? There you go. And then that way it brings it back to normal, right?
Yep.
Dude, that was super cool,
See, you
man.
see how we suffered in those days creating
Man,
those
y'all had it
shadows.
rough back then, bro. Y'all had it super rough. Justin don't even understand. What's realign? Alvaro was talking about realign.
Yeah,
What is that? Let's
yeah,
see.
real. What?
Let's see. Anybody got any questions for Carlos over anything you guys saw? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, bro, that was really cool because I mean, you covered a bunch of stuff that I like. One of the first things I realized was, that there were no panels. That's like the first thing that caught my attention. I was like, where are my panels at? And then I was,
And now I have I don't know, we have uh, no no less than 50 panels over here in the last version.
Mhm.
Uh, that's crazy, man.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, even the preferences. I mean, like I said, it was cool to see that some of the preferences were the same, but it's a trip that like. Um, how different they are, but the core stuff is still the same. Like I feel like I could jump
Look
in there and play around a
look
little
at the
bit.
this is the new version, right?
Let me
A
see.
bunch of
Here,
tools,
I'm
a
not showing
bunch
your
of
screen right now.
panels. Are you showing my screen now?
Nah, let's see. Sorry, bro. Go ahead, throw it over here.
Okay. Let me see if you. Okay.
There you go. So,
Look at the panels. Look at the tools right now. But
let's see. I don't see your
back in.
screen yet.
Okay.
Did you share it?
Supposed to be shared.
Oh, because I took it from you earlier, so they could see your contact info.
Okay. Let me.
Go back into the call.
Yep.
All right, and then share screen. There we go. Cool. All right, now you're back.
Just to finish.
Yeah.
Look at this. The bunch of panels. I don't know exactly how many tools we have added right now. It's a little more complicated than the early years, but some of the stuff already exists, like calculations. It's exactly the same stuff, but a new interface.
Yeah, the interface
Uh,
changed it.
Look at the levels. It's the same. Just moving a little bit. Uh, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. That
Oh, let's see, bro. Sorry, you cut
that's
off real
what you
quick.
understand too for the new tool.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to use you need to learn how to use your tools. That's
Yeah,
one
man.
of the.
The guys are making great points. Just Michael says, back, think different really meant something back in those days. And then Alvaro's also saying, back in the day you needed patience. It was very much a waiting game.
Yep.
So same thing could be told for the guys today. They just have less patience than you guys did. That's all. But like, I like seeing this stuff because honestly, it gives me a new appreciation for what I got in the Creative Cloud. Like,
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad, like always yelling at Adobe, asking them for new toys, and then I go back and look at what this was. I'm like, man, this is a trip. We got a lot.
Yeah, even we don't have really we don't have time to understand the new stuff. Uh, for example, one of the very funny stuff on the layers that I use several times. Let me see, where is it?
I remember Stephen Burns saying Photoshop is channel selections and masks, and
Yep.
I'm starting to really feel that even more so because I mean, from
Do
version
you
one, it was already
do
there.
you use some of this? Let me show you one of this stuff because it's one of the things that you get nuts about it. The smart objects have a little stack mode
Mm.
hidden.
Oh wow.
I'll look at the modes: entropy, kurtosis, maximum, mean, median, minimum. That's
I don't
another.
know, man. Entropy. I think I used to go to school with entropy.
Yeah,
I think I had it for like second period or something.
it's not the same, but
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
but there is a lot of tools that you never use. For example, there is a part of Photoshop when you can run tests for scientific images. Uh,
What?
Most of the people doesn't use. You see, you have an analysis tools on Photoshop
Mm-hmm.
to measure the stuff, to compare
Ah,
uh,
that's cool.
scientific images, to make cell counts.
Man, I never even
Uh,
heard of that.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. You have a bunch of options that you have no time really. In the real life, you have no time to use all, because
Every
there are
single one.
different jobs for different jobs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because so many different people using Photoshop, so one guy's workflow, they're gonna be showing all kind of stuff where another one might not.
Yep.
Let me
Okay.
see.
Let's go to your screen. Remember to share your screen with me.
You got it, boss. You got it, boss.
Okay,
Alvaro,
we
yeah,
have
forensics.
what?
Forensics, like I guess forensics would probably use that
Yeah,
analysis thing that we were talking about.
yeah. That's a hard stuff, because some forensics just for images and
Yeah.
forensics for the forensic
Yeah,
stuff. That people. So,
yeah.
but this,
SVU.
yeah, the
Oh
CSI
man,
Photoshop, I don't like it.
dude, that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over today. I mean, I did have my quick tip that I went through earlier with Michael. When we did the broadcast earlier. Did you happen to catch that part?
Yep.
All right, because I wanted to
I
see
just
like,
missed something, but maybe you can repeat for us.
yeah, cool. I was just, I'm pretty much gonna go over the same thing, but I figured since like, you're a super expert, man, I'd go ahead and see if maybe I'm missing anything. All right, so basically, I just got this shape here, and the tip I was talking about is using the color halftone effect native in Adobe Illustrator. Honestly, it's
Okay.
it's not my go-to for halftones. If I'm gonna do a halftone, I'm definitely gonna do Phantasm.
Phantasm, of
Yes,
course.
yep. But I
Of
like,
course, you don't need to take care of the resolution and
yeah,
everything. You just need to apply the effect and go ahead.
yeah, it's
Uh,
easier to use, and you end up with vectors. But I want to show people the native one in here because a lot of times people don't even know it's there. It's just been around
yeah.
for too long. All right, cool. So you got this guy selected over in the effect menu. I'll scroll down to pixelate and then find color halftone. And pixelate's already a warning for me there. Like, I don't really want to deal with pixels in Illustrator, right? But
But
I'm sorry.
this is the radius of the dot
Yeah, the
that
dot
you.
itself, right?
Yeah,
So like if I had a really large document, I'd want to increase that size, and if I had a really small document, I'd probably want to decrease that size, right?
yeah,
All
that's
right.
right.
So really, I just like to run the default settings a lot of times. So right now, the channel 1 is at 108, channel 2 is at 162, channel 3 is at 90, and 4 is at
You,
45.
you, do you know what this number is?
No, what is it, bro? Tell me.
Are
Break it down.
okay. Those numbers are the angle of the color
Ah, yeah.
on the printing process.
That makes sense because I do see the angle in Phantasm when I use it. I mean, I do know that it's RGB and CMYK, and you told me
Okay,
earlier it's trying to copy it.
I can remember exactly which color is which, which angle is for from what color, but what I'm pretty sure the 45 is from the black.
Yeah,
Let me look. Let me
yeah.
make a quick look.
My
And
get it's I remember last time I looked it up. This was because the way I ended up doing was I matched everybody the same, and then I would just move one at a time. So
yeah,
here, like let's see.
it depends of the printing process.
Hmm.
Uh, the angle, the screening angle is different. And for example, for offset printing, the magenta is 75 degrees, black 45 degrees, cyan 50 degrees, and the yellow 0. Um,
Yep.
it depends of the printing process.
And so like
For
here's why I came up with that too. So like see right here we got cyan and red peeking out.
Yep,
If I go back into my color halftone, channel one's the only one that's offset from the other one. It has a different angle. You see what I mean?
Yep.
And then when I come over here, bring this one to, let's say, 105. So that's why I was like, this is cyan and red. So this should be magenta and green. There you go.
Cool.
And then I'll come back over here, bring this one to 85, go to
I'm missing you.
105. Oh, you don't see me?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, we're back.
And
There
then
you go
see
again.
over here for channel 3, so we go RGB. So it should be blue, right? But also CMY, so it should be blue and yellow. So when I click OK, I get blue and yellow creeping out. You see that? And then the last one, like you said, this guy over here, this one, I guess is black. All I see is black when I change it, when I offset that one.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool. So then, like, the way I usually work with this is, to be honest, man, I just set these all to the same angle, and then I play around with the max radius. I mean, like, let's see, max radius
But
at 8.
I think this effect
Mhm.
is not the result is not a vector, right?
It is not a vector, so yeah. So when you zoom in, you see how it's pixelated.
Yep.
So that's no good. I've looked up tutorials online to try to figure out how to do it. They tell you to use this. Go into the effect menu, choose document raster effect settings, and
Change the
literally, dude,
resolution.
they tell you to change the resolution to something insane like 1500 or something like that. Like,
Yeah, 1200.
yeah,
1200. Yep.
1200. Let's do 1200. And then it just ups the resolution or whatever, and you should be able to go ahead and take care of a. Oops, it's not responding right now.
Yeah, because it's so heavy. It's so
Yeah,
heavy.
but yeah. So then,
But you can go to astute.com and buy Phantasm, and you have no problem with that.
yeah, honestly, it's super cool. But yeah, I just like showing people this one. I'm like, if you get to use this one, you're gonna love Phantasm even more. It's kind of like the same thing. Like, I have a new appreciation for Photoshop now that I've seen version 1.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that was it, bro. For my quick tip, do you have anything else to add to that? Am I missing anything
Nope.
for that? No. All right, cool. I
No,
guess
no, no.
I guess the last thing for that one is, yeah, just over here in the appearance panel, it's applied as a live effect, so you could always come back in here and edit, the changes you've made. So that's pretty cool. I just don't like that it's not a vector result, but anyway, we'll get over it. All right, so Carlos, you got anything coming up soon that you want to talk about?
No, I can talk about it right now.
Okay, yeah, stuff we can't talk about, right? It got pushed back a little bit. That thing you can't talk about, I think, right?
Yep.
And
Maybe we can talk about a little bit of Illustrator the next week.
yeah, next week definitely. Or actually, what up? This is my Illustrator week right now. And so when I jump on Wednesday with Justin, we're gonna be going over.
I will send you tomorrow at night
Mhm.
a little tip to complement the tips that Michael shared with us.
Cool, yeah, because that's kind of what I'm gonna do. I want to just go over basic 3D in Illustrator because I did that in Photoshop. I want to see the difference. And Michael actually covered a lot of it, so I'm
Yeah,
just gonna go over it
I
one more
see a
time.
great examples, a great use of the 3D
Yeah.
filter Illustrator, which is actually not a 3D tool as it, but
Okay.
because in Photoshop it's a real 3D tool.
Yeah, it's a real 3D tool. I feel you. But next week for Photoshop, if you're up for it, bro, I want to talk about creating animated GIFs using Photoshop.
Oh,
You scared?
okay.
You scared? You scared, bro? Don't be
No,
scared.
no. Never scared.
You never scared, man. You an expert. You ain't never scared. All right, man. So, yeah, man. I think that's it. We pretty much covered everything. We talked about
That's it.
the
Also
emulator.
I grabbed some tacos.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude. I need to.
you already ate the tacos.
Yeah, I had a couple. I'm gonna do another meeting, and then I have my last taco the night after that. But make
Oh
sure you
man.
guys hit up Carlos on Twitter if you got any questions at all about anything you saw today or anything Adobe related, because this guy's the expert. He's got you covered. Right, Carlos?
Nope.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, you do,
I
man.
want
You
to.
do.
I love to learn. I love to
Yeah,
learn
no,
a
you're the
lot.
best, man. And then
All right.
here's all my stuff. Go ahead and find if you only want to follow me on one spot, make sure you follow me
Let's
on
check
my
all the Sebastian tutorials on the Facebook and the YouTube channel.
YouTube. Yeah, go to YouTube. Check me out on
YouTube
YouTube.
channel.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, leave me some
we
comments
have
there.
a lot of tutorials from Illustrator, Photoshop, some stuff from Audition also, I think.
Yep, yep, yep.
Um,
We got all
a
that
lot
fun
of
stuff.
a range of tutorial from the basic stuff to the very very heavy stuff.
Oh man, so thanks guys. Shout out to
All right.
everybody watching. Thanks Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you
Alvaro,
for joining
Justin,
us.
everybody. I
I
really
hope to.
appreciate you guys checking it out. And we'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30. And Carlos, man, what's up, bro? You ready? Is it
Yep.
you ready for some tacos, bro?
Yep. I think Maria prepared some cheese sticks or something. I need to check.
Cheese sticks, tacos, right on. All right.